Hello YouTube chess lovers, my friends, this is Gunjan here. I haven't done an attacking game for a while, so let's continue with our fifth game of most attacking chess series. When I see this game first time, the first word come from my mouth is wow. And I thought that in my whole life, if I can play a single game like this, then the amount of time I have spent in the chess is worthful. The game was played in the year 1893, so it's quite old, but nevertheless it fits to our attacking style. The white side is Rudolf Charusek and the black side is Jakob Wallner. Now, to give you a brief introduction of Rudolf Charusek, he was the leading contender for the World Championship during his time, and he has played some beautiful games in Danish Gambit as well as King's Gambit. So if you are fond of those gambit, you might want to check out those games. There is one point I like to mention, that I haven't done a deep analysis of this game. Instead of that, what I want you to do is sit back, relax and enjoy the beauty of the game. White start with the move e4 and black responds classically with the move e5, and here we have the Danish Gambit on the table with the move d4. Black accepts the pawn and white goes into the main line, that is the move c3, and black accepts the second pawn. Here white continue with the move bishop to c4, so offering the third pawn. Now taking the third pawn will be too dangerous for black, so very much known to the scenario, black decided to continue his development and play the move knight to f6. Although this move attacked the e4, white decided to play in a true gambit style via the move knight to f3. So he is inviting black to take either of the pawns, but in those cases white can quickly castle on the king side and then launch a tremendous attack to a black king with stuck in the center. So black decided to play bishop to c5, which is a natural looking move, and only now white decided to capture the c3 pawn, which also protect the e4 pawn. Here black played the move d6, so stopping any e5 advance in the future, and both the side castle on the king side. Now if you carefully look at this position, black has managed to castle on the king side, and not only that, black has emerged with a clear pawn up. So if black can manage to develop his queen side pieces, then white is almost busted, because white is a clear pawn down with not enough compensation. So that's why white has to play very energetically. I give you a few seconds. Can you find the move which has been played in the game? Okay, the move is knight to g5, and it looks like completely foolish move, right? Because what that knight is doing, it's just attacking the f7 pawn, and it looks like a beginner move where white sacrificed two pieces for a pawn and a rook. So very rightly black plays the move h6 and asking a question, what this knight is doing over here? Well, here is the answer. White took the f7 pawn, so very obviously black captured the knight, and now the idea is to play the move e5. Now let's see the merits of this move. First thing, it's hitting the knight, and the second but most important thing is this pawn is right now pinned, so black cannot capture this pawn because his own queen is hanging. That means black has to move the knight. In the game, black decided to play the move knight to g4, so attacking the e5, but now that pawn goes one step further. So now we have a bigger problem for the black. Not only the rook is attacked, but knight is also attacked by the queen. So somehow from nowhere black is in deep trouble. The funny thing is, if black try to save the rook, so for example if black try to move the rook, let's say f6, then after e7, which is a discover check to the black king, and also there is an attack on the queen, that means black will lose the queen. So black doesn't have any time to move the rook. Of course, after a long thinking, black decided to give up the rook and play the move queen to h4, which is threatening a checkmate on h2. Here white captured the rook with a check, and of course black has the only reply, that is king to f8. And now white defended the checkmate threat very elegantly with the move bishop to f4. So developing a piece as well as defending the mate. And black plays the obvious move, that is knight captures f2. So hitting the queen, and if the queen moves, then black will move the knight away and give a discover check to the white king. Here white play the move queen to e2. What I like about this game is every single move has a tremendous energy and it creates a deadly threat to the black king. So queen to e2 is not a coming out of the attack, but also threatening to checkmate black on the e8 square. So once again black needs to think along. Now in the game black plays the move knight to g4, but instead of that, if black decided to play moves such as knight to e4 check, then white can simply play the move king to h1, and now there are two attackers on e4, so black needs to move the knight. Now obvious looking move is knight to f6, but it leads to instant disaster after rook a to e1, and now there is no escape because white is threatening to checkmate black on e7 as well as e8 square, and black cannot defend both of them. So that is why at this point black decided to play the move knight to g4, and after king to h1 black has to do something about the checkmate. Black obviously played the move bishop to d7, so protecting the e8 square. Now white played the move rook to e1, once again creating a checkmate threat. At this point there is only one move which can defend the checkmate threat, that is knight to c6. After the move knight to c6, it looks like black has defended all the threat, but I give you a few seconds. Can you find a sequence which can finish up the black? I hope you find this move, that is queen to e8 check. Boom boom. So sacrificing the whole queen. Doesn't matter how the black recapture. Let's say in the game black capture with the rook. Afterwards white take the rook with the pawn and create the another queen. So once again we have a check to the king, and after the bishop takes, can you see this? Yup, is bishop captures d6, we have a double discover checkmate. What a beautiful attacking game. If you can finish up your opponent like this, then the satisfaction you get is beyond explanation. Well, thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to like and comment this video, and I'll meet you soon. Bye.